Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Tuesday, September 10th, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. Tonight's the night. Manhunt in Kentucky. Cuomo testifies, and legendary voice is gone. That's all coming up. Then Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. But first, World News Tonight anchor and managing editor David Muir. And ABC News Live Prime anchor Lindsay Davis. Lindsay Davis, by the way, was the anchor at the Democratic convention who asked the governor of Michigan, Trump is speaking in Howell, Michigan, and a month ago, there was a KKK rally in Howell, Michigan. Do you make anything of that connection? So I'm sure it'll be very fair. Those two are moderating the debate tonight in Philadelphia at the National Constitution Center. By the way, 3 miles down the road is Kensington Avenue, the nation's largest open-air drug market. 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, ABC, also abc.com. Schools across Kentucky were closed Monday as police urged people to stay on high alert looking for a man who fired an AR-15 from a cliff ledge on the side of a highway, hit 12 cars, wounded 5 people, hit someone in the face, another person across the chest. Police say it's a random act of violence. Joseph Couch is the suspect, $10,000 reward for any information leading to his arrest. He recently bought 1,000 rounds of ammunition. The brush in these Kentucky forests are so thick, police are using machetes to cut through it. Former governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, testifying in front of Congress on his administration's nursing home policies early during the COVID pandemic. Cuomo defended his position of allowing COVID patients back to nursing homes and long care facilities while the pandemic was underway. 15,000 people died in these nursing homes. The order from March 2020 said no resident shall be denied readmission or admission to a nursing home based on a confirmed or suspected diagnosis of COVID-19. James Earl Jones has passed away, the voice of Darth Vader, Mufasa, 200 film and television credits to his name. Do you know how much he was paid to voice Darth Vader in the first Star Wars movie? $7,000. He said, I thought that was good money. He had a stutter as a child, almost never talked until high school when a poetry teacher taught him to speak confidently. James Earl Jones was 93. Again, the debate tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, BillO'Reilly.com for the best analysis, and Bill O'Reilly on Twitter for live analysis. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. Bill O'Reilly has your message of the day next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Tuesday, tensions are high going into tonight's debate between former President Trump and Vice President Harris. There is no goodwill, no e pluribus unum. Only rancor is in the air. Both candidates have obvious downsides, and most Americans understand them. So it comes down to what voters can tolerate. Mr. Trump is not only running against the Democratic Party, but also against the corporate media. Day after day, the major networks and big city newspapers tilt their coverage to favor Kamala Harris. That drives Donald Trump mad and often leads to big lash outs. We saw that last week when he hammered ABC News, which is conducting tonight's debate. It is absolutely true that the Disney Corporation, which owns ABC, despises Donald Trump. Not sure why CEO Bob Iger allows that. since Ms. Harris's tax plan would badly hurt the mouse factory. During the debate, Donald Trump must appear much more statesman-like than he has in the past. This is not a rally or an interview. This is an exercise in persuasion and calm demeanor. On the Harris side, I expect rehearsed answers and slogans like opportunity economy, whatever that means. That lack of specificity has worked so far. BillO'Reilly.com and our many radio outlets will have the most insightful coverage of the debate and the campaign. Stay close. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Let's go to the mail. We got Thomas, who says, good comparison, Bill, with Kamala Harris and Warren Harding. This is my column, okay, the Kamala mystery that Thomas is talking about. Once again, much like Joe Biden, stay hidden, admit that you're working for the good of the people. Then once you get in, implement your radical agenda. God help us not to be fooled again. A lot of people are fooled, but they want to be fooled, Thomas. They don't care to seek the truth. And that's really tragic. Timothy Caldwell, Georgetown, Texas. Bill, you see saying Vice President Harris cannot explain why inflation rose so much during the Biden-Harris administration. She can easily do that by explaining the monetary inflation under Trump due to COVID had a lag effect, which I think it's true. I disagree 100% with you, Timothy. The lag effect after COVID was 1.4% when Trump walked out the door, okay? And when he walked out the door, we were past COVID by more than a few months. So what lag effect? All right. Now, the real stimulator for inflation were two things. The Inflation Fighting Act, Inflation Reduction Act, which was absurd, where the Treasury just kept printing dollars and dollars and dollars, throwing them to everybody. That, of course, ignited. And Biden's attack on the fossil fuel industries the first day he got in, with slapping regulations on them, and then fuel right away rose all their prices. That's what did it, not COVID lag. In a moment, something you might not know. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall, but there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Few political debates have changed the course of American history. But tonight's exposition between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris could certainly do that. Here's a look back at the most important debates in U.S. history so far. 1960, Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy, the first televised presidential showdown. Prior to the event, Vice President Nixon was favored to win the White House. But on stage, the Republican appeared sweaty and irritated. JFK, calm and collected. The Democrats spent previous 2 weeks tanning in Florida. Kennedy won a very close race, 49.7% to 49.6%, if you can believe that. 1980, Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. The two candidates had just one debate. The Gipper came off as friendly and relatable. He coined two catchphrases. Are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? And there you go again, directed at Carter. Reagan won the election with a landslide, 489 electoral votes to 49. 1992, Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, and Texas businessman Ross Perot running on a third-party ticket. Bush the elder was later criticized by some for looking at his watch during the debate. Now, the three-way conversation tilted the race toward the Democrat, Clinton, because he came across as professional, even though Americans didn't know much about him. And when the votes were cast, Ross Perot took 19% of the popular vote. That's why Clinton won. Flash forward to 2016. The first debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton was the most watched in U.S. history, 90 million viewers. Wow. 8 years later, the infamous June showdown between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Spectacle was so embarrassing for Mr. Biden, he had to quit the race. And here's something else you might not know. Tonight's contest between Trump and Harris will be the deciding factor for some independents. Polling shows 8% of the public either undecided or willing to cast a vote for a third-party candidate. If Harris or Trump can persuade those undecided, they'll win. Back after this. Is your finance software not cutting it? Check out Ramp. Ramp is the corporate card and spend management software designed to help you save time and money. Ramp gives finance teams unprecedented control and insight into expenses. With Ramp, you're able to issue cards to every employee with limits and restrictions and automate expense reporting so you can stop wasting time at the end of every month. Ramp is very easy to use, saves you money, whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. Businesses save an average of 5% the first year. Right now, you can get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/no-spin. Ramp.com/no-spin. Please note, cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC, terms and conditions apply. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.